Lily, let's talk about upgrading your tools to be more efficient. How about that? Yeah? Okay, let's do it. Alright guys, you guys know I'm all about being efficient, and that's why I built this entire trailer, really, is for efficiency. So I ditched some tools because they're costing me time, which costs me money. And those tools being pretty much the nailers. So I'll put the you'll see another video about the nailer unboxing and everything like that. I have two of them, but this is the newest one. It's Metabo. It's Makita, but not Makita, sorry. Hitachi, sorry. Oh my goodness. Hitachi nailer. So the framer and the 18 gauge I've had obviously longer because it's still Hitachi, and this one's Metabo. But yeah, the 18 gauge kept on failing on me as far as the DeWalt, so it took me, man, it took me all day to put some shoe in, and I couldn't. It just took me half a day longer than I was expecting, just because the tool kept failing, and it was my only one, being it was 18 gauge. So I had it. I got through the job, but I was like, that was it. That was done. So dropped it. Got the 18 gauge Hitachi, which I know are superior nailers just by the way they function, and it was immediately I knew it was a superior tool. A couple other besides this entire row here, a couple things. The surge impact, you have the surge and you also have the regular impact. For driving shorter drywall screws and say the medium length screws, the surge is actually better. I was just on a job putting in some mid trim on a wall, and I was not rounding out, but I was coming off the nail or the screws on the main impact, where this one was butter smooth pushing them in. So again, then I automatically just went straight for the surge, but it's got like a quarter of the torque that the regular impacts do, so, or maybe even half. So driving any lag bolts or anything like that, you're not going to want it. So that's just my preference. That's why I have multiple of these tools, and I have a double because, one, I have a guy who works with me usually now, and two, if one fails, which they usually do, I have a backup. So that's pretty much how. And obviously we got the quarter. I got to organize all this stuff here, but that's basically the reason behind that, because I've been getting a lot of reasons why, or a lot of questions why I have multiple of these tools. Drills, obviously, this is my M12, which is pretty much the same size as the M18, and the M18 does the bulk of the work, but you have a M12 just for a backup itself. And then also you get the whole hog, and I keep batteries in most all my tools just because you want to grab and go and you're good to go. So I didn't mean that for that to rhyme, but whole hog for running, electrical. You're going through joists, stuff like that. For quite the actual. I mean, this thing is ridiculous. But for anything, any hammer function, you're going to use the hammer drill itself. I also have hacksaw and sawzall. This I use almost directly for plumbing, hack and craft off. It's a little more compact. I can get into spaces. This, I believe, has more power. And limb and stuff, trying to get getting things, cutting trees down for line of sight. I'd have the chainsaw for that too. I only have one oscillating tool. I mean, if it does break, I'm just gonna go. They're so cheap; they're like $100. You can go buy another one, but it hasn't failed me yet. I do have two jigsaws, just because. Well, I had the Milwaukee came out with the fuel version, excuse me, and so I wanted it. So I think the wife got that for me for my last birthday, I forget. But you have one, you have two. It's easy to have different blades on them. Heat gun, nothing crazy there. Nothing really, there. And then also I have the track saw and the circular saw. Both come in handy. If you just need to make a quick cut, boom, you got your circular saw, and anything precision, you got your track saw itself there. So that's why I have multiples of these tools, and I will. Now the nailers, I know I had like 5 nailers before, now I only have 2. Once I get a job where I need the tool, then I'll buy it. I'm not going to buy it prior, just because I don't need, I don't need to incur that expense right away. I'd rather have the money in the bank account. So that's pretty much the gist of this. You guys already saw the miter stand. It's still rocking it. It's still awesome. I bought the stand just because it's super convenient. I know I had it here. I know I had it right here. This is gonna go away. This was nice, but I mean, it's most of my jobs now. I just prefer to have the miter saw outside and, you know, working. And it just makes it super convenient. And then I think that's about it as far as the new stuff. And then I obviously took everything down for here because I needed to reinstall the sorry, I'm not sure why that stopped there, but now I have the power station, and it's phenomenal. Obviously it's been working out great. I did put the rings up here, the little, I guess you want to call them miniature D rings, so I can put a bungee cord against here because those do keep falling out, but everything else pretty straightforward. A couple dividers for just the M12 batteries, keep all the Milwaukee, and then just my these are all extra, by the way. Most of my tools have the batteries on them, so these are all my extra ones, and then extra batteries for DeWalt, Makita, and Hitachi. I have just one extra battery for DeWalt because my DeWalt tools are not, I'm not, they're phasing out a little bit. I got one on my compressor, and then that's basically it, and the rest of them I can just cycle through them. So kind of not really phasing them out. They're great tools. I just don't use them as much right now, and that is what it is. So that's about it, guys. That's all I got for you today. As far as business is going great. I have another video coming out here because crazy customers, I mean crazy business, man. It's a crazy time to be in business as a handyman. You guys all know. Everybody's wanting work done right now, so it is what it is. All right, you guys like it, like and subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see you guys in the next video, and keep working. All right, guys, 3,000 subscriber giveaway. Just wanted to throw this in real quick. Is this so I'll be going live after I hit 3,000, and I'll be giving this away live on my video. You're gonna pick a number 1 through 1,000, and whatever number is closest to one I pick is gonna win this. So stay tuned.